Down here, salt is a way of life.
Hey guys, good evening ladies and gentlemen, my name is AceOfSpuds. Welcome to Saltmine, King of the Saltmine, our Friday Night Fisticuffs Battle Royale. Joining me on the mic tonight is Jasper. Say hello to the people, Jasper.
Hello everyone, how are we doing,
We have a lovely bracket today. I think Jasper, you're going to run us through the bracket?
Absolutely. We have got a really massive one for King of the Saltmine. Usually it's a 8-person affair, but we've got a full 16-person bracket in here today. So we're only going to be looking at a couple of matches in this first round. It looks like we're starting out with Irissa, who is a French Cammy, versus Mathieu Lam, who, to my understanding, yes, is a Karen, as we see here. Afterwards, we're going to be having Rushdie versus Lily AJ, but we'll focus on this for now.
So, and quick, the reason we are running a 16, we do run 16 brackets sometimes when there's a demand, but the main reason today is our reigning king, Muscle Noob, has stepped down, so we are looking to crown a new king or queen today. So we just opened up the bracket a bit more, and all the best wishes and best luck to Muscle Noob at the moment. We're hoping he has a swift recovery because he isn't feeling the best at the moment, so make sure to send him your love, guys.
Absolutely.
Absolute
Big
gentleman.
shout out to Muscle Noob, absolute legend.
Alright, so we're going straight into Cammy versus Corrine, something that I got very familiar with seeing a couple of seasons ago, but is pretty much a non sequitur at the moment, right? You don't really see either of these characters at high level, at mid level, at Saltmine upside down tier list level.
They're definitely both two characters who have fallen down the wayside a little bit, but are still absolutely terrifying.
Right.
They're just definitely not the strongest versions of either of them that we've seen in this game. Obviously the onus in this is definitely going to be mostly on Cammy to be cracking through Karen's stuff, but Karen obviously has that ridiculous capability of whiff punishing. The only problem is that they are not the most consistent anti-air game, so they're going to kind of struggle dealing with some of Cammy's approaches.
So we're seeing just a classic V-Trigger 1 V-Skill 1 from Max Lamp here, and of course, pretty much every Cammy I see now is running the V-Skill 2, right? Just an inbuilt shimmy, it's just a great button.
For sure. The spinning is just so much better than that the classic spin knuckle, because it just doesn't really work, does it?
No, it doesn't. You get jabbed out of it every time, let's be real.
Absolutely. A crush cut did it sometimes, let's be honest. Yeah, as the classic, the V-Trigger with the dive kick for Cammy is super tough to deal with if you can't anti-air. Yeah, and there we go, we see that V-Skill 2 already coming in, trying to make Mashalem a little bit scared to press buttons, it looks like. But even still.
Yeah, Karine's buttons are good enough to press when you want.
Absolutely. Stuffing that approach from Irissa with a lovely crouching meaty punch.
3 sticks of butter here from Matchalam in round 2. Irissa's got no meter on deck, but is applying. Oh, there we never mind. Absolutely. About to say Irissa was applying some offense, and Matchalam having none of it.
Definitely. And once again, that EX uppercut, you're definitely going to have to use it a little bit, because sometimes Karen is just not going to have the tools to kind of diffuse those canny jump-ins.
Oh, big crush on the stand heavy.
This is kind of huge. Goes to the sweet punish there. Or end of, I should say.
Okay, activation here for Irissa. Could be a change in the round. Looking for a little shimmy.
Oh my lord!
XDP.
That was
going to go straight into super.
That was absolutely gorgeous stuff from Irissa. And they got calling out Machalam's DP hard.
Oh, one touch here, and they trade with lights. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's rough. A little bit wonky stuff going on, but that open up was so ridiculous. I love that.
If I'm correct, our first round should be first to 2, and then we'll be moving back to first to 3 for the rest of the sets.
Yes, that is true.
And it is single elimination, guys. So this is basically one online set and of ranked, and you're gone if you lose it. So,
so if you've ever felt that pressure, it's like That, but just even a little bit more. Oh my lord, what the?
Oh wow, what?
The
Not sure what
world
happened to
was.
that interaction, but Matchalam capitalizes on it to take the first game.
Lord knows if we're struggling to kind of comprehend what side anyone is,
Yeah.
Lord knows Irisa is not going to have time to react to that situation. I've never seen that in my life. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but it definitely got the job done.
Yes, indeed, and of course that is the mark of a strong player, right? The situational awareness to not be phased by a strange situation you may not have seen before, and just go, just go, keep going, you know?
Absolutely, it's not what you drop, it's what you pick up.
Oh, okay, no confirm off the counter hit, but does get a throw.
Ooh,
Okay, big punish there on the whiff spiral arrow.
Yeah, that was not a good confirm, unfortunately. Thought I had it. Oh, another DP! We've seen a lot of them, and so far we're 2 for 3 on him, not really panning out. Oh my lord, these buttons.
Oh. Nice stuff there from Arisia. Nice quick round actually as well, compared to the previous game, right? Maybe trying to get some momentum back, because momentum is massive in these quick sets, right?
For sure.
You know, you play in the first to 10, you go 5-0 down, you can 10-5, it's not that hard. You can do it if you're a good player, right? You go 1-0 down in the first to 2, you might as well throw in the towel sometimes, is what it feels like, right? Momentum is massive in these quick sets.
Definitely.
Nice shimmy.
Ooh,
It's the stun.
yeah, right on it.
2 meter? Yeah, should be able to kill here, right? Oh, just not
barely.
enough.
There's
Maybe
the
he should have spent the meter. Alright, so Matchalam puts himself on set point already.
Ooh, this is a scary
tricky
start for
stuff.
Arisa. Matchalam is really bleeding right now. Oh, but the punish on the DP, this is huge!
Activation ready here for both characters.
Absolutely, they're both going to be fishing for those long-range heavy buttons. There's Cammy's, and goes to the grab right out of it. Nice and safe, nice and simple. Oh, and another one.
And grab the get.
And whiffed it. The whiff dive kick,
drops
that
the
looked
dive
like that.
kick.
That's super rough. Super is on deck for Matchalam. Oh my god, they crouched under the command grab. That is horrifying. Yep.
Just your toes. Arista tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, absolutely, just barely sealing that, catching the walk. It is stressful when these things are best of 3, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, wow. You know, both these two look like they're pretty damn evenly matched, I've got to say. Like, both of them are catching them out on some scary stuff. I feel like Arisa might have... Oh my lord, that anti-air was... I've never seen that. Some guilty gear anti-air.
Oh, the shimmy. Okay, counter confirms. Close to stun.
Ooh,
Counter poke, good for Matchalam.
Yeah, that changes a lot. That gives them a lot more time to breathe. That stun route is now
Good whip punish on the missed dive kick. Lovely stuff. Activates off the roundhouse.
Go for the overhead. Very rare you see some of those more obtuse follow-ups out of that Karen V trigger.
Oh wow! Great awareness with the neutral jump there from Arisia.
Absolutely. That jump heavy kick really contorts Cammy in a really kind of scary way where it can be a little bit hard to catch them on the neutral jump. So really nice catch. Ooh, yeah. Oh, missing the Tenko again. We had a couple of those combo drops. From Karen, which is
Went for the command grab off of the hooligan. Doesn't work out. A nice whiff punish again from Matchalam. Gotta have those if you're a Korean player.
Absolutely.
Right, command dash into throw, cheeky stuff. Not real, but it works. Okay, counter confirm into activation.
Ooh,
okay,
nice.
nice.
That throw tech attempt. Managing to backdash out of that pressure.
This is a set point for Arisia, guys. Matchalam is fighting for his life. The reset, go to the other side.
Oh, and a back throw out of all of that?
Oh no!
It would not be Karen without those anti-airs failing them at the last second.
Yeah, you hate to see it. The cross-up light confirmed, but look, it happens.
Yep, that's pretty much the... Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
No, that's one of the pretty much only times we've seen the cross-up from Cammy in that set. Pretty much any time the rest of it was solid jumping heavy E attacks or the dive kick. So mixing it up at that last second is a really scary thing to do. Seriously,
Yes,
it's going to
indeed.
be going.
Your option. It's. Who said it? Who said it? I want to say it was Rat FGC. It was some YouTuber I like to watch. Anyway, made the comment, and it's always stuck with me that each of your options are scarier the more of them you use. You know, like that cross up used right at the last second. Probably Match-Lam is thinking, all right, well he hasn't gone for a cross up all set. Whoops. It's probably what's going through his brain, right?
Oh, absolutely. The mental stack is such a real thing, and I feel like I'm glad that people talk about it a little bit more than they used to. Just having just if you can keep more options in your head than your opponent, and you're able to actually like use those options to your advantage, it's just so much harder of a time to stay blocking.
Yep, it is indeed. And the more of those that you can get to work automatic subconsciously, woo, you're playing real fighting games now.
Yeah, that's the real stuff.
When you anti-air by reaction in quotation marks, you know you're doing good, right?
Definitely. Speaking of anti-airs, we have Rushy.
Yes, we do indeed.
This is the absolute king of anti-airing with Ken. I've never seen this man mess a cross-cut in his life.
And he will be playing against Lily AJ, it looks like.
Yes, Lily. Both of these two. Well, Lily is a very, very staunch regular at the UKIE Discord Opens, so I'm very familiar with both of these two.
Cool. Lily has been joining us maybe the last 2 months or so very regularly for King the Saltmine and our Sunday tournaments, and has been showing off that they are the strongest rookie in Street Fighter 5.
Legitimately, they're horrifying.
I don't need ranked pro, I'll just hop in a lobby with Hurricane and learn the matchups. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. We're probably going to be seeing the Chun. They do also have the Karen that they crack out quite frequently, but their Chun is something else.
Yes.
But again,
Chun is such an oppressive character when played well, right?
They are horrifying. They are an absolute demon in terms of just how much pressure they can exert from pretty much any range. They don't really care. They can be point blank. They have that massive 3-frame that just reaches miles, it feels like.
Yeah, it has to be one of the longest reaching 3-frames in the game, right? If not,
I think it is the longest 3-frame that isn't like a Kentatsu.
There you go. Yeah, Ken has a 3-frame technically, don't forget.
Yeah, it's a strong word, call it a 3-frame. But I'm already starting with that crouching medium kick into the heavy legs. That is such a fantastic thing that Chun has access to as of Season 5. Get that knockdown, and they just Rushy has been shoved straight into the corner.
Really happy to just, when he gets the corner position, to just throw out the stagger pressure that Chun-Li can do so well, right?
Definitely. Oh, that super rush.
DP doesn't get full punish though, unfortunate.
At the end of the day, Rush did get out of the corner, so they're not going to be eating anything too gigantic, but they are at such a massive life deficit now.
Does have V-trigger activation ready though, not going to matter this round.
I think they just ate 3 count hits in a row with that. Just
yeah.
Button after button after button, you can't be doing that. But Lily is absolutely going to take in a really dominant fashion, I think. Oh, there's little walk-ups trying to get Rush to press a button, and as soon as they realise they're not gonna, there's the throw every single time.
Oh, no counter confirms here from Rush though, unfortunate.
No, it's rare to see that. Usually we see, those EX Fireballs or the Tatsus. And,
okay, gets in with the Tatsu, starts playing some pressure. Characters with CA on deck at the moment.
And honestly, Lily is just getting so much reward off of
the one-hit confirm on the whiff punish. Beautiful stuff, Lily.
Gorgeous stuff.
Should be just enough to kill.
So much. Just about, yes, it looks like it. You can never really trust Chun's super because it seems to do such very damage based on so many things.
It does.
Guts
it's just the weird, I suppose, mechanics of those multi-hitting supers, right? It's not an Akuma or a Korean super where all the damage is loaded up into that one hit, you know?
Definitely.
Round 1.
But no, Lily taking that first game pretty confidently, I've got to say. They're getting so much mileage. Every time Rush takes a step, there's a crouching medium kick, just stubbing their toes. I think so.
Seems fine on my end. Okay. So we talked about it a little last week because we had a lot of Chun-Li's in the set, right? But I think it's something that a lot of people look over as one of her strengths, right? The ability to anti-air you and put you in a quasi-meaty situation where she can go either side and get a meaty button. It's a bit silly at times, right?
Oh, 100%.
Makes it terrifying to jump at the character at close range.
Yeah, you've really got to space those jumps out, and even then you're still probably going to get anti-aired, you're just not being put in the mix afterwards. Oh my lord!
Nice. Great stuff there from Rush, though. Lovely little bit of set play, we love to see it.
Absolutely.
Trigger activation ready here for Rush.
Just using those Kokoshos just to make things a little bit safer. But that neutral jump sets back-to-back
Nice
sets,
neutral
we've seen really gorgeous neutral jump stuff going in. Yeah, we see that little toe tap on the three-frame crouch light kick coming in from Chun. It's such a scary thing. Anytime you're tossing out these slightly less safe but giant buttons, Chun-Li really does have an opportunity to punish you that you're just not expecting sometimes. There's that crosscut we were talking about
Yes.
earlier.
Okay, full meter on deck here for both players. Okay, AJ casting in some Leon. Good tech, goes back to mid-screen. Okay, good anti-air, that's... Oof, stay same side.
Yeah, it's
probably
pretty...
too far to cross under anyway.
Yeah, unless you get that heavy kick, it's pretty unlikely you're going to get the cross under with Chun-Li's anti-airs. But even then, it really looks like it sometimes for that.
It does! It does!
Like,
I suppose the visual mix-up is just as important as the actual mix-up, right?
Counter hit confirm. If you counter hit back medium punch for some reason, you can get CA. It's horrifying, and the instant overhead to take that round.
Done. So it's going to be set point for Lily.
Absolutely. They are without meter, while Rush has a full stick. That standing heavy kick's a good start, though. Oh, once again, just catching them out with these crouching medium kicks, they're doing so much work. Yeah, you see, that was like a pretty close stand light kick, but even then, still couldn't get the cross under. Ooh, air legs out of the corner?
That full confirm is beautiful, good stuff.
Yeah, max meterless damage you can find.
Okay, activation here for Rush. Opportunity to push towards the corner, gets an OK. Yeah. Oh, the counter poke though.
Yeah,
gotta be really careful here.
Got those red fireballs on deck. Lily, once again, without meter. Gonna be really tough unless they get looking for that slide, but they find a heavy punch activation. That's gonna be the set.
This could be it. And it is. Nicely done from Lily. Pretty clean in the end.
Definitely. Really looked like Rush was getting their footing, and especially in that second game. They took that first round really nicely, and honestly, the whole rest of it was a much greater back and forth. But Lily had such control at the start, but it was definitely an issue of Rush having to adapt fast.
Tough to fight back, right?
Yeah, for sure. If you get,
and we have so many Chun-Li's.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. When you get completely like. When the first game is as short as that, you have so little time to kind of absorb information. It makes those comebacks even harder to do than they already are, which they're not easy. So if you don't get that little bit of data time, it's a rough time. Oh
yes!
You're joking. Okay.
I don't know how many of you joined us for our Monday night fights, but it was actually official International Monkey Day on Monday, and we had Yuri and mirror matches. It was amazing. I had so much fun.
I'm so glad Monkey Day is a thing.
Yep.
Don't
forget, guys, it's just monkeys throwing eggs at each other in mirrors. Alright, so we are going to have Fossa versus Julia Han. So, Julia does not play Chun-Li, maybe labbing the character, but I would much more expect to see the Honda or the Urian.
Especially against someone as good as Fossa, I think I would be shocked to see the Chun-Li coming out in a single elimination format. It's a little bit too scary, I think.
Yes, indeed. Chun-Li definitely a character I should be afraid of by how good she is. Well, it's kind of diminished by the fact I play a character that she struggles against, so... But watching these Chun-Lis do their thing to other characters, it's like, this character's pretty crazy. This character's got a lot on deck.
She's got a lot going on. If we'd seen more tournaments in the early half of this year, I think we really would have seen a crazy, obscene amount of Chun-Li throughout the whole year. But they're definitely coming out, in the tail end of 2020 because This character is really scary. Oh, no.
Also, kind of disappointed at the news that we aren't getting Dan until February because Capcom missed out on the opportunity to promote him as Danuary in January. Very upset about that personally.
That is, that's cool. That's good. That's good. So we got the Donovan.
Yes, great costume. So we are seeing V-Trigger 2 from both players for V-Skill 1 for Fossa and V-Skill 2 for Julia. Julia may be opting to try and outzone in the mirror match with the egg of power.
Oh, for sure, big eggs. Because of course that big egg does also just like completely shut down trying to use the VS1 headbutts to try and get through those fireballs.
Yes.
That's a really nice asset of that, but you're not going to be able to do it as long as they have that charge. These two are just going to be throwing these fireballs. It's such an underwhelming fireball, but Lord knows it gets the job done when they have the exact same fireball as you.
Yeah, exactly. Or in matchups where the opponent doesn't have access to a fireball, it sure does work.
Ooh, just barely able to block that in time. Really careful spacing coming in on this fireball wall right now. And less careful spacing with the EX tackle.
Julia with a slight life lead, but activation here for Foss off the sweep.
The dash in.
Throw.
That was a brave dash in. Oh, and a shoulder charge as well. This is... Julia still has their V-Trigger left to activate, so they still have access to a cute activation point mix-up at any time they want. Oh my lord! There's the activation. Good for
Okay, activates just off the poke.
Ooh, way too far away to find that overhead, but going unpunished.
Coming fast out though, he still has a bit of V-Trigger to work with. 2 bars, never mind. That's long set? Or sorry, long round.
That was much longer than I was expecting rounds of this set to go, I can't lie.
Well, you'd be surprised. The Yuri and mirror matches, when it's played at a high level, can actually be very slow.
Sure,
they might be 2 gorillas, but they're 2 gorillas trying to out-gorillas each other's positioning, which makes it very slow at times, right? Okay.
Respectful monkeys, it's fine.
Yeah, they're respectful of each other's gorilla arms, and they're trying to. Oh, never mind.
Oh my lord!
Oh, the EX headbutt.
Oh, there's that jump in. That's some cheeky stuff. Yeah, nice classic combo. Oh, yeah, getting that V-Skill 2 charge, and you're already seeing how much it completely shuts down that fireball game. Cossack's going to have to approach, and they've done so fantastically.
Nice EX headbutt to beat out the knee drop. Saw the opposite from Fossa a while ago. Activation for Julia.
Yeah, both have the electric shoulders online. Oh, and you cannot be throwing fireballs like that. Really good catch.
Good reaction from Julia.
Yeah,
so just to clarify for everybody in chat, guys, we have moved back to first to 3 now for the rest of the games, and every game will be streamed from now on. Our normal King format.
That Donovan costume is so wonderful, but Lord knows the physics don't work well with that screen.
No, they don't. No, my favourite is still Guile combing no hair or Bison putting on no hat. Those are the best ones. I love them.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, the head off.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, guys, this is what peak SFI footsies looks like. If you don't like it, then you're playing the game wrong.
A little bit. Like...
Play the game how you want, but this character is strong.
Play the game how you want is definitely, honestly, how I describe Yuri a lot of the time.
Oh, no, I meant Street Fighter 5.
Oh, for sure.
Play the games. But yeah, Yuri can kind of do whatever he
wants. That's what I'm saying. Play the game how you want, and Yurian's the perfect character to do that, because they do not care.
Like, if you use V-Trigger 1, it'll do your dishes, wash your kids, feed your dogs, it'll do everything you need it to do. Okay, activation ready for Julia.
Oh my lord, some scary mix-ups coming in from Fossa, but Julia has such a ridiculous life considering that they're definitely... You know, they're not the person associated exclusively with Yuri in this matchup. They are putting a really good showing versus Fossa right now. Oh!
Yes.
Bit of a miscalculation.
Lands his butt on the egg.
Not quite judging their jump angles quite rightly, just falling right on it. Really rough stuff. And Fossa is a round away from dropping straight out. This is a single elimination tournament. And I think they are fully aware, so they are going in right now. That EX knee drop, just so beautiful, just denying anyone playing but you. You've got to take that. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay, good. Oh, that's going to be a big punish incoming for Julia. Has V-trigger activation and a super on deck. That's good.
Yeah, that's
this is looking very bad for
Oh,
KotS.
no
He's trying to get
stun!
stunned. No, drops it.
Just barely. That orange bar was just on the verge of tipping over. Oh, they're so scared. They are both terrified of what might
Oh!
My lord.
Oh, you can't out-gorilla the king.
Just when it all seems lost, when the chips are down, you can never underestimate. I'm getting a couple of frame drops here, I do apologise.
Oh, the jumping, well timed from Julia. Just headbutting each other to doom.
Absolutely.
Great anti-air from Julia. Wow, good stuff.
I have actually been adoring how many anti-airs Julia's been finding on faster with those elbow drops. Not the elbow drop, the elbows I should just say.
Baits the throw with the headbutt, doesn't get the full punish he was looking for. Activation is ready for Julia. Fossa still has quite a bit of V-trigger to work with.
Yep. Just a little bit of a scary situation for Julia right now. They are pinned into this corner. Have got that V-trigger, so one good call-out could definitely close this, but... That's it, it's looking... Oh, no way!
Oh, the EX headbutt! That must have been at the tip!
That was...
What we missed... What we missed right there, I think, was when we weren't looking, Urian went to the Berbers, got a fresh pointy fade, and just got absolute the tip of the headbutt to hit there. That was... oof!
Absolutely. That was... I've never seen someone so respectfully pin someone into the corner and EXDP them. Like, the way that Faster is controlling the corner there was absolutely wonderful.
Bro.
Ooh, the stand heavy punch anti-air.
Hey, trade with the anti-air.
Always good.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Julia.
It's gorgeous. Oh,
the jump in though from Fossa, no anti-air this time.
Oh my god! What in the world? Are you kidding me? No! There's no way! It's actually speechless.
That was godlike. Look, guys, at the end of the day, this is the prime Urian gameplay. If you don't like it, then leave.
Yay!
So
you knew what you signed up for. On its
EX headbutt.
Oh, so many. And then we just go back. We can go from the triple headbutts in a row to seeing Faster do these wonderful, like safe pressure strings, and like on a dime, just completely insane.
You gotta remember, of course, as well, the amount of mental damage a sequence like that can do to the opponent, right? You can really get inside their head.
That destroys the mental fortitude of anyone in a 5-mile radius.
Okay, V-trigger activated for both. V-skill activated for both.
Perfect, the symmetrical V-skill activations. Oh, the step kicks are looking real nice. Oh my lord, you're joking!
It out with the extra hit of armor. Beautiful stuff from Fossa.
Fossa took that setback from the depths. They were looking really in a scary situation after that first game, but Jesus, they went crazy. There's some really, really gorgeous, methodical play, and some really gorgeous, completely just... I'm just going to do everything that you're not expecting at any point, and I'm just going to break you psychologically.
Yes, indeed. Yes, yeah, as Bolstrike said, everybody is welcome at Saltmine. Men, women, boys, girls, and gorillas.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right, so are we seeing character stuff from Julia? Maybe trying to bust out the Honda?
It's very possible. It's very possible. I did sort of forget.
Bolstrike used to be Oh, despite the fact I hate Vega, I hate fighting him.
Ace, you're fired.
What did I do now?
You know why?
Why?
Do you know who's not welcome in the SML? Cammy haters.
No. Yeah, well, I shouldn't be here, so I hate that character. She's brain dead.
Oh god, I'm gonna be on solo commentary real quick right now.
No.
I'm so happy I didn't get 5 first.
Don't worry.
But no, we have got the Honda coming in to for Juliet, trying to see if she can clutch this out with the Old Faithful.
Fight.
And this is the tried and true for Juliet. This is absolutely her obscenely powerful character that she's definitely made a name for herself with. And right now they're doing a fantastic job of just pinning Facet into this corner as fast as possible. I'm loving these stand heavy punch anti-airs from Facet because they don't give you, they're not the most consistent anti-air, but they give you so much reward in just the amount of time because no one is quick rising that. No one is ready to quick rise when they're doing a jump in.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Okay, the neutral jumps, one at the stop sign.
Absolutely, the old classic Honda.
Very patient play here from Julia Foster. Definitely needs to find a way in. Does have a slight life deficit. There we go. There's the way in. This could be the ticket.
Yeah, the crawl kick is the perfect way to find your way in, where you can just poke them.
Oh, nice! Waited to rock the X headbutt until the last second when Julia had crossed over.
Absolutely. Those charge move anti-airs, or DPs I should say, are so good versus the butt slam, because it just does not matter. You're not getting crossed up. The most Honda sequence I think I've ever seen, but you know what? It's real stuff. It's real stuff. Hands, EX butt smash into hands. It's real. Ooh, going for that cheeky grab, but Fast aware of it, and once again, that's defense is looking real nice right now. But they have taken so much damage.
No free V skills for you, Julia, says Fawcett, trying to keep a bit of neutral control with these fireballs. Of course, he will be looking for any kind of hit to activate his V-trigger tackles with, which here we go.
Way too far away to give that Ochio throw, and Fasa with a fantastic punish. This is going to be a... Oh! Julie needed to try and take their turn back a little bit there. Not going to find too much. They have their V-trigger.
Yeah, out of V-trigger.
Yeah, they've got to make something work here right now. They are on the verge of elimination. They just keep falling into these quarrel kicks. Oh my god!
Oh, Atlas through, beautiful.
No super.
Oh, could have CA'd but didn't.
A little bit stingy on that meter. Oh, and supering straight through that fireball.
Fireball, nice.
The Old Faithful.
Final round. Fight.
For all of the crazy, obscene stuff that Honda got in Street Fighter 5, you know, sometimes you just need to super through projectiles and throw out the stop sign. Just do what always works. I love that. Julia putting out the V skill and just instantly punishing Fassa as soon as they're like, oh, I'll do that too, I'll do that too. Beautiful anti-air with that.
Great EX there. Stops the knee drop. V-trigger ready here for Foster. Julia is almost on deck as well. Yeah. Sweet back to it. Foster loves it.
Yeah, it's so much frame advantage. It's ludicrous. Didn't have that charge. Fassa picking a fantastic time to activate that V skill.
Pretty much equal here on the life as well.
You can't
Fully
jump
charges
backwards.
it.
You can't jump backwards. How many
Think
times?
he's in for this despite the scaling. Yes, indeed.
How many times will people jump backwards out of Urian V-trigger 2? Unfortunate stuff for Julia. She's gonna fall down to Fassa at 3-1. What is it with V-trigger 2, fam? It's just...
Great V-trigger. It's great V-trigger.
As soon as Saltmine goes live, it's an inevitability every single time.
Absolutely.
That was really well thought by Julia. I really liked how they were playing that Honda matchup. Unfortunately, it was just a little too late. It's a fantastic play.
It's a tough matchup for Honda, if I'm honest. I think Urian has the advantage in that matchup. It's not like a 9-1 or anything crazy, but it's definitely in Urian's favor, right?
Definitely. Anyone who can like play that like long range game and force Honda to actually play neutral, can definitely have a good time versus the character. It's when Honda is able to just kind of mitigate those neutral tools and get in instantly. That's when Honda can really do work. And if you look at that, we've got more Chun going in.
I'm telling you, Friday nights is the realm of Chun-Li's. So we do have, just to keep people reminded, we have Lily, AJ, and Valmaster coming up now. And then that will be, after that we will have Aristia versus Happy, and then after that we will have Mystic Smash and Bolt Strike. Yes. So guys, we do have that Matcherino, but unfortunately the codes for the season are gone. So if you do want to support us, you can still use the Matcherino, but the free promo codes are gone. And we do have the donation button below the stream. Every single penny goes towards the prize pool. I don't spend my esports money on sports cars. Regus doesn't buy nice dinners with it. We put it in the prize pool.
Absolutely, it's all about re-supporting that community. And when you think of people who have been in this community for obscene amounts of times, you think of Valmaster, because lordy, they've been around as long as I can remember.
Since the Street Fighter 4 days, right?
Yeah.
Chun-Li since back in the 08, 09 days.
He is a staunch representative of this character, and
yeah, but I would say two extremely well-versed Chun-Li mains here, so it's going to be an interesting match, right?
definitely.
You've seen the same V system selected for both players as well.
So you really very rarely. I think Brother Legs is pretty much one of the only players you'll see not opting for that V-Trigger 2 these days.
Yes, it does seem far superior, right, in most aspects.
It's pretty consistent. You can get some absolutely gorgeous stuff with that V-Trigger 1, but the amount of options that you get access to with the Kikosho is just ludicrous. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. Right now, Lily looks like they are getting a little bit starved out by Valmaster. They are super happy to just chill at this mid-range, slightly outside of mid-range, and see if they'll force Lily to make a mistake. Air legs over the fireball. Some scary stuff. This could be... Yep. Never underestimate V-Trigger bow damage in the corner.
Despite being kept out for what, 20-30 seconds, Lily took the opportunity when it was presented. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Now, Val played it super patiently, but it did kind of let Lily walk him into the corner, which is just where Chun-Li's damage output is ridiculous this season. I'm not even gonna, let's not even pretend. But when they're in the corner and they have
crazy amounts of damage, especially off. Yeah, okay. Basically timed jump, and this could be the end of Lily this round.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard to win. If they get, not gonna quite go for that. They could have definitely built the super, I believe. With the
super was built. Could have supered, but I think they wanted to retain the meter for the next round, right? Still have another round to win after this.
Yeah, you got a lot of life to work with. No need to
nicely timed
rush
jump
ahead.
in.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Final round.
Zeka asking in chat, do Chun-Li players like the mirror? If anybody out there says they like their own mirror match, they're a crazy person, is my honest answer. Mirror matches are the worst.
For sure. Like Chun-Li, I feel like Chun-Li mirrors are... Chun-Li's obviously a very, like, pokey, neutral heavy character, at least in terms of how they're meant to be designed, in terms of how they're designed. So it means if your footsies and your, like, neutral game is not on the same level as your opponent, you're gonna have a rough time. Because these buttons are crazy, and if someone is better at using them than you, then...
Be honest, I might still be traumatized from having to play Problem X in a Bison Mirror match round 1. I confirmed there though, from Val.
Absolutely obscene whiff punch on the heavy punch with a heavy punch of their own. What's the next? Just walk up grab? Yep.
I think Val maybe has been playing some Grand Blue Fantasy versus these long range heavies into a single super, bro. Great anti-air with the stand roundhouse.
Yeah, very nice stuff.
Man, I keep doing this. 1 week I'm like critical art, stand heavy. Next week I'm like super roundhouse. Fix your brain, goddammit. I swear to God, if Capcom go back to calling them roundhouse fair, slow, jab, short in Street Fighter 6 after spending 5 years trying to get that out of my brain, I'm gonna be so mad.
There are so many heavy kicks that aren't roundhouses these days. It's just like
Hey, there's no- exactly, well,
they
yeah.
couldn't go back now. They couldn't go back now.
Sure.
Some people will never change how they call them. Let's be honest though. Oh yeah, that V skill is so absolutely fantastic these days for Chun. You get such ridiculous screen carry every time you find one of those nice hits with that stone medium punch. Looking at air legs is still -2. That's not something that they gave back to them. It's still definitely your turn when you block those legs. So anytime I see two people kind of just sit back and a little bit, oh.
There was a time when it was plus, but thankfully those days are gone. Thankfully.
What a world, what a world. Oh my lord.
Nicely confirmed there from Pal.
Yeah, that's the classic stuff. Her output from like those post-activation Kikoshos into the EX legs, that damage is absolutely horrifying. They can just completely eradicate you.
Turns what should be a small confirm into quite a painful one. Good anti-air store from Lily, maybe trying to get some momentum. Not making it easy, absolutely not.
No, they are pinning them down in the middle of the screen, but a beautiful jump it into the lovely, lovely heavy spinning bird kick ball. And straight into the corner. This back throw is huge!
Oh, the back throw! Big momentum swing possibly here for Val.
Oh, no activation on the slide. You have not got that resource just yet.
Santier
Yes,
gets the counter confirmed to take it.
nice
Good
stuff.
stuff from Lily fighting back.
I love that they dashed up and then they delayed it so long. Just and as soon as the Balance is like, you know what, I'll press that button, the counter hit shows up. No way.
Punish! Bro.
Obscene stuff! What in the world? I'm still in that.
that was sick. Good stuff from Val. And importantly, keeps the pressure going after.
Definitely. Those are really, really funky stuff and beautiful stuff from Lily to not
Push
take
counter
that
here
bait.
for Val.
This is looking real rough for Lily right now. They have every resource to work with except for health. But that is anytime you get the EX legs activation, is a fantastic time because that extended combo you get. Oh my god, that is not quite
Oh, the counter hit! And working at destroying the slight lead.
That's a stun!
There's the stun.
That's an obscene comeback from Lily!
Beautiful stuff from Lily.
Of just like 3 hits! They just
Beautiful.
completely turned the tables.
Gotta be ready for it in 3 4 5. You're never down and out if you got resources to work with.
Absolutely. That's the power of V-Trigger. As we said, Kikosho is no slouch for V-Trigger. It may not be no maximum president, but that thing is an absolute menace.
Oh,
I love that perfect round start, Kikogen, from both players.
yeah, Lily going on the offense now. Smells a bit of blood. Got a game in.
Oh my god!
Control like that. There's the shimmy.
Gets the optimized damage output. This is gonna kill.
Oh no, it is! Jesus, Chun-Li hurts.
What in the world? Lily is taking that surprise comeback and running 1,000 miles an hour with it right now. Oh, unfortunate. That happens sometimes when you go for those crouching medium kick into heavy legs confirms you get the negative edge of you releasing the medium kick. And you just don't get that knockdown. It's a really, really... It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's... Lord knows it's frustrating.
It feels like the worst thing in the world, which is important in its own right, right?
Definitely.
Okay, good punish here on the spinning bird kick from Lily.
Once again... Oh my god, no, you are not close enough for that instant event. With Chun-Li's jump arc, that is a scary thing to be whiffing, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, Chun-Li has to have one of the floatiest jumps in the game. I mean, obviously, there's my character now, Delsum. We know that we don't need to talk about his jump. But other than that, Chun-Li must have one of the floatiest jump arcs in the game, right?
It's a pretty rough one. If they didn't have that jump heavy kick to make it so she's still amazing at jumping in, it might be some of the saddest airplay you'd see.
God awful.
Luckily, they got air legs and jumping heavy kicks, so they are sitting pretty.
Okay, so back to the menu for Val, maybe considering a V system swap, a costume swap. Don't think. Does Valmaster have other characters in the back pocket?
I don't think I've ever seen them play someone else, but Lord knows if there's any one character you can make the costume counterpick with, it's definitely Chun-Li. You've got a full wardrobe, fully stocked.
A contradiction asking, does Luffy play here as well? Luffy shows up sometimes, wins the tournament, and then is like, peace, I'm out, catch you next month. Alright, thanks Luffy, bye. Oh, Luffy's a good dude, guys. Oh yes, Manat, of course. Valmaster plays Manat.
We
also.
did see the Manat pretty recently, I believe, right? I forget what the match, the set was, but we did see this, I think, at a recent Saltmine event.
But yes, guys, speaking of Luffy, do go vote for him if you want to. Get another EU participant in for Capcom Cup. Someone who has previously won EVO for us.
Absolutely.
And, oh, I can't wait for Rose. Rose is my favourite character.
Pretty much same. But no, this is, so we've got the Manat pick from Valmaster. This is a really, really not a great time matchup for Chun.
It isn't. Because I know for a fact that Chun-Li's worst matchups are probably Manat and Sim, right?
Oh, definitely.
Hello, I am Chun-Li, I would like to press buttons to control the neutral. And these two characters just say no.
They just have bigger buttons, ultimately.
Yeah, exactly.
They just control that space just that little bit scary. Oh, grabbing just before that return orb managed to reach them. Really nice stuff from Lily. Yeah, once you get forced back to this range as Chun-Li in this matchup, it's a really rough draw, because your fireballs barely go far enough to even catch them, and the only one that is going to slow as hell. Yeah. Even though they get managed
It is
to...
a really...
Round 2.
Go ahead.
That's it.
No,
Even
go
though they
ahead.
managed... My apologies.
Okay, I think we have you back now.
Yes. I think I'm back, sorry about that.
Yeah, perfect. But it's just so easy for, in a matchup like this, for the Manat player to just dictate the pace of the game with those pokes, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, all the low confirm into super.
And when you get those pickups, it is devastating stuff, because this is not... your health is a resource when you fight against characters like Dawson and Manat. So if they get those crazy combos on you, it just makes it even harder. Because now Lily can't even afford a single tap with anything. Yep.
Nice, there's the low. Nice.
That was dominating.
Definitely in Dalsum's case, and also somewhat with Manat, I suppose. Manat is far more V-trigger dependent, but your life is a resource, right? As Jasper just said. You spend half your life getting in, they activate V-trigger, and all of a sudden you're blocking a fuzzy or a low, and you're like, God, no, please, just let me hit them.
Round 1.
Definitely.
So you gotta be really careful on where you're taking your trades, where you're taking your pokes, where you're taking your jump attempts.
Getting anti-aired, for the most of the time versus these characters is like, damn, that's annoying. But once they manage to like whittle you down to that like invisible health, you're like, well, that's the difference between life and death, let alone even me getting in. It changes the whole dynamic of how you have to think about these approaches completely. Again, those
Okay, nice throw on the recall.
a couple of times they're really, really good at finding that timing.
Escape right in the toes and put in the corner with the trade. That's really unfortunate for Lily.
A little bit, just a...
Tried to drill, didn't work out. Okay, overhead into the recall, keeps himself safe. Nice use of the EX legs, activate. Going to be a nice chunk of change here for Lily. Great corner carry too. Counter confirmed.
Oh, that was a big drop from Lily. That's super rough. That could have been the whole round.
Lily's got to be careful as well, because one hit into super will take it for Val.
Beautiful.
Alright, went for the dirty stuff.
Oh my
Catches
god.
him low, confirmed. There it is.
Not even having
Good
to
stuff
spend
from
the
Val.
bar.
Yeah, exactly. Reserves fire.
That was some honestly amazing blocks from Lily to to block that instant overhead and everything, but it just wasn't enough. This is, as we said, this is a rough time. Oh, yeah, get that extended knockdown time. It's really hard to kind of think of to figure out what exactly Lily needs here, because they are without resources and they are just out of that range they need.
It's tough to get that patient approach working because it just feels like this character will frustrate you out of it no matter what you do. Counter poke though from Val though to stop the second throw attempt, working out beautifully. Getting a nice bit of damage, not amazing, but enough to really cement the life lead.
There's
Slide
activation
activate.
point. This isn't going to kill, but it's going to do a lot.
And get OP.
No way! Oh my lord.
Beautiful stuff from Lily there in the end.
The clutch.
Final round.
When they connected that crouching light punch and they didn't convert, I was terrified, but it all works out in the end. It feels like Lily's kind of getting hit by these detonates quite a lot, so I'm not quite sure what what's causing that, whether they're just a little bit of impatience, perhaps.
Both the trade. Oof! The trade really not working out in Lily's favour. Could have been an opportunity to get some damage in Oki, but here's the super for Val.
And this probably is
Should
gonna
kill,
close
right?
this out. Yeah.
So they always this it does.
That's a potent counter pick that Valmaster has access to right there.
It is, right? You pick your secondary character as the character blows up your own mirror match. I respect it, right?
Absolutely. Honestly, Chun-Li has so many characters that are such fantastic supports for them, and like from Cammy to Menat, like complete opposite ends of the spectrum. They can do so much for her. Some really nice stuff. Have that good diversity of character picks. It's always a really cool thing to see.
GG's, and thank you to Lily as always for showing up and putting on some good games for us. But Val will be proceeding on to our semi-finals to face off against the King Kong gorilla that is Fossa. No disrespect intended when I say that. In fact, maximum respect is intended. So, up next in our next round of quarterfinals, we will have Arisia versus Happy SF5, followed by Mystic Smash versus Bold Strike.
Ooh, those should be some damn good sets. So we got Happy, who we haven't seen up until this point. I think he's rocking the Abigail.
And so I do have to say, Capcom, I got one wish for Rose. Her playstyle is probably going to be somewhat like Dalsum. Not quite the exact same, right? But she's going to have pokes and a bit of zoning, and then hopefully some silly orb mix up when she gets in. Please, for the love of God, make her better than Dalsum. Please. Thank you.
Do it for the people.
I haven't even been playing Dalsum that long, and I'm already on the struggle bus. Oh, Dalsum's great.
The horrifying thing about Rose is like between V-Trigger Soul Satellite and V-Reversal being like the Alpha 2 Alpha counter, there's so many ways she could be broken and also still have all kinds of new things that could be horrifying as well.
I'm telling you right now, if Soul Satellite isn't a V-Trigger, I'll eat a shoe.
I think that's like the one thing they've said is just the case already. I might
it has to be
misremembering.
Come on.
It's like the perfect. It's like it was basically a V-Trigger back in 4.
Yup, and I mean, just keep her stand roundhouse as, aha, look at me, I will prop myself up on my scarf and kick you across the screen, and make it a crush counter that gives a full combo. There you go, Rose, broken, best character in the game.
Oh, I don't even know if I want that, and I'm gonna be playing it. Well, we're getting into it, we got Arisia versus
Abigail's not a character we see very often in Saltmine, other than when Problem X whips him out, but I think Abigail is still a strong pick in a lot of matchups, right?
Abby is a horrifying character for sure.
He's got a couple of matchups where he just gets instantly deleted, right? You know, Edge surprisingly being one of them, but there are others. Eel is a very tough matchup for him still this season, but Cammy, I feel like Cammy's a bit of a glass cannon situation makes it a fairly decent matchup for the Abigail player.
If there's one thing that's going to be a rough thing for... Oh, lordy. Oh. I thought that we were going to see some scary mix right there, but they just got hit out of it. No, Abigail's... If there's one thing that's going to be a problem for Abigail, is that their frame data is pretty suspect, so once Cammy starts putting on the pressure, there really isn't going to be much Abigail's going to be able to do to respond. But...
No, the best you can hope for is your 4-frame armor, right?
Absolutely. But if you just
Awesome.
if you just
Nice.
anti-air
Happy.
every single jump and every single dive kick,
But that's it, right? Abigail is just one of those characters where by merit of his design, he probably has more anti-airs than any other character in the game.
yeah,
Because half of his buttons can function as an anti-air.
he's so scary.
Of course, Happy very respectfully armoring through Cammy with much respect, and then respectfully command grabbing her. See, Abigail's a very respectful character. No gimmicks here.
Keeping it clean.
Crush counter.
Oh, that's some
Ice
good
for
stuff.
Arisia.
Back her into the
Throw to
corner.
the corner.
Yeah, that's
There's
so
the stun.
low you can do that. It's such a scary situation to ever be in.
Bars should be able to kill. No, it
Not
does not.
quite, and the wake up super.
CA.
The respectful wake up super.
Abigail's super does a nice chunk of change, but not enough to kill. Okay, roll activate, do it. Okay, double back heavy punch activate.
That's so risky. No way. They bet it all.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, as you say, every single button. Their main spacing buttons, sure, they can be anti-airs too, why not?
Shout out to the Mustang Noob in the chat. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you are feeling well.
Absolutely. A wonderful.
Nice. Oh, DX dive kick. Stays the same side. Back throw to the corner.
So we saw Arisa cracking up that cross up a little bit earlier in this set. And once again, it's just
Happy
been fantastic work for her.
Happy getting hit by quite a few crush counter roundhouses here. Really got to find out why and where, because they are costing him rounds.
Yeah. That was some supreme Cammy stuff. Once you block that dive kick, you are just in the mix. You have got so little options, especially when you're, again, one of these non-3 frame characters. Cammy never stopped being good against 3 frames.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Rose better have a 3 frame, or I'm coming for you, Capcom. I will challenge your owners, your shareholders, to a 1v1 fisticuffs on the top of the Millennium Tower at midnight, Yakuza style, if she doesn't have a 3 frame. Okay, could have been a really dangerous start for Arisia right there, but been mitigating it somewhat. Arisia smells blood, man, going in.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, nice crush counter for Happy.
Yeah, again, a nice, comfortable. Without full hit punch, isn't it?
So that's the thing about fighting Abigail, right? Hits you with a crush counter and then does one button after, or hits you with an anti-air and does one button, and you're like, oh, that was only a small combo. Where's my health?
Yeah, the fact that you get so much reward, obviously, it's a pretty common thing for you to get these crazy reward, reward. What is happening right now? Never forget what I'm saying.
So much.
I was. Because, these are these good things about Abigail, and then I realised what I'm looking at, and they're just getting more.
Yeah.
That was a powerful performance from Arisia. Trying to go for that armor punch. They are not wanting to deal with any more of these mixes. That's
Nice.
some good stuff. I've never seen
Bit of a
anyone
reset for the command grab.
not get hit by that. This is good stuff. That does so much stuff. No way. No, it's so sad.
Traded.
That's actually just despicable. Beautiful throw tech. And a big
true.
punch.
This is going to be a lot of
huge
damage.
stuff.
What's
Yep,
Doesn't
punish
confirm
with the
light
spiral
punches.
arrow. This is going to be such a hard win. Yeah, just punch to the toes.
Nice.
Final round.
Sometimes you just gotta let it rip.
I can't believe that's super. I can't believe that. That's some Street Fighter 4 Vega stuff.
Happy not really making use of Abigail's low buffer, right? His crouch medium kick into EX hands is a great little buffer to have for neutral. Especially against a character like Cammy who tries to stay mobile a lot, right? A whiff punish though.
For sure. You know what? No. I'm hitting this super this set. I don't care anymore. Just walking straight out of that command grab, not wanting to deal with it for a moment. Strong stuff from Arisia.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of people, if that's
Definitely looking
that
like a tough
situation,
matchup.
definitely. I think a lot of people, if their super got stuffed the way that they got stuffed there, a lot of people would just crack there because that is. There are a few things more irritating than getting punched out of your super, because like that's so completely foreign to any kind of common sense. But they just they just tied their boots back on and just absolutely mauled once again. I'm actually adoring watching Arisia so far. They're a really, really, really clean cami from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
I can testify it, having had to play Arisia myself firsthand a couple of times in Saltmine. Clean is the way to put it, right?
Definitely, it's like there's very little in the way of goofy trickery. We'll go goofy trickery. It's very, very clean, controlled, and they really just know what they're doing at any one point in time. Super, super comfortable, and like they just look confident in the way they move and how they pick their decisions. I'm absolutely adoring watching them. But we have potentially a character switch coming in. No, just costumes.
Costume swap.
Jill is out of the building.
Round 1. Fight.
Wow, okay,
Oh, the roads there, sweet. You gotta respect it.
straight in with the down forward heavy kick. And into the spiral arrow. What is happening right now? Yeah, that Kami back medium punch, I believe, is frame 4, and it is absolutely so hard to sneak a single aerial approach through, and that includes that run stance from Abigail.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
There's something about Kami just backing up on Abigail running it as slow as possible.
Abigail classic, dash off,
Back.
man grab.
Only one hit! Yep, once again, that anti-air, that's gonna kill!
Oh, it is.
That back medium punch, it's potent stuff. It's just so fast, you can put it out so late.
Happy to get the crush counter off the down forward heavy kick there, right? Pretty sure activate into full hold is a guaranteed kill in that situation he could have gone for, right?
I think it hit
The
weirdly.
crush
Because they
counter
only
recovery timing.
yeah, I think it hit weirdly because they only got a single hit of it. And I don't think they were quite prepared for it.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
then
sense.
they raw activated it afterwards, so I think they were just timing it for how they were expecting it to hit.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, there's the command grab once again.
No! Gotta time
No,
those meaties!
that's not a big punish though. Oh, this could be big.
Oh yeah, Happy definitely needs to try and get those light confirms, those medium confirms in to get those punishes and those neutral hits. Wake up
Once
super!
again, not
No,
this
it's not
time
gonna work
though.
out this
They are not having it. And cleaning things up nicely. I think there's nothing quite as like rewarding feeling as getting hit by a wake up super and then winning a set for blocking a wake up super.
Yeah.
Because that's a no, I've got you. You stop it right now.
Well, you see, yeah, I guess there's, some other fighting games have things where there's certain things where you interact with the mechanics where, like you're saying, no, I got you, bro, I got you. Street Fighter doesn't have a huge amount of that, but blocking the wake up super definitely up there, right?
Yeah, because you can, if you do a wake up super and it connects, you're like, you know what, fair play. If you do a wake up super and it's blocked, it doesn't feel good. It feels pretty.
See, Street Fighter kinda has things like that, like parryable supers. You kill parries your super and kills you. You're like, oh, I'm not even mad at it. Good job,
that's
kill.
just sick.
You deserve it because you ain't got much else.
Absolutely. Oh, this is a big match right now.
It is.
We've got Bolt Strike versus Mystic Smash. These two are absolute heavyweights. These two are absolutely fantastic players. We have got the absolutely obscene poison of Mystic.
Yes.
They're horrifying.
Right, I'm just gonna refill my cup of coffee. I will be literally 10 seconds.
No worries. And on the other hand, we have Bolt Strike, who obviously is mostly known for their Vega, but in recent times, they've felt the monkey's paw attach itself to their arm, and as they've been fiddling more and more with that Urian. And if you just look at their Twitter for it, like at any one point in time, you can see it is slowly corrupting them. Because we have got the big monkey man himself, but we also have Zeku as an interesting pick coming in from Mystic. I don't think I've seen them play this character before, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. But we have that Bolt Strike red suit ready to go. So far we have Mystic pretty comfortable going for those Grams, just to shut down those metallic spheres, not wanting to deal with that. Beautiful jump in coming straight off the top from Bolt Strike.
Wait, what? Zeku?
Yeah, like, I don't know what to say. The Urian I kind of expected from Bolt Strike, because that's what they've been doing, but the Zeku, I was not ready.
A really good place to test out new characters, right? Like in a high level, there's something at stake, you know, it's not just random lobby matches, but it's also good competition, but it's also fun and games.
For sure. That is if you don't get a little bit more, but ooh, yeah. There's that slide activate, there's the classic.
Surprised Mystic Smash has opted for the V-Trigger 1, but of course the slide activate is probably the reason why.
Slide activate
If you slide activate with V-Trigger 2, you are dead.
There are very few ways to activate that V-Trigger 1 that don't get you killed.
No, anti-air with it, that is the answer.
Pretty much.
Good stuff. Good stuff from Bolt Strike.
Yep, keep it nice and clean.
Zeku's a character I'm surprised we haven't seen a whole lot more of this season, right?
They are
he's
so
only
strong.
He's only gotten better. Only gotten better as it's gone on. That V-Skill 2 had some really tricky stuff. The V-Trigger 2 buffs were massive. Character's got some pretty strong frame data. It's just, I guess, just...
The hitboxing is incredible as well. Like the stand light kick, the crouching medium punch, they have such really impressive buttons. It doesn't matter if you're kept at this distance that Bolt Strike has been keeping Mystic at. Oh, beautiful pickup on that quarter kick.
Well, we do see young Zeku crouch medium kick, or crouch medium punch, a lot at high level, because Seth has it. Seth took it.
This is true, Just kind of nicked that a little bit.
So hard to just kind of get in here. A couple of well-timed grams can make a lot of a difference in a matchup like this against a bad fireball. But what do you do against the egg, right? Multi-hitting egg, what do you do?
Yeah. That metallic sphere is definitely getting so much mileage in this matchup right now. And honestly, it's so bizarre ever seeing young Zeku being, pressing buttons and just the opponent not being phased. Just not being stressed at all.
Zeku has a lot of options against like single hit fireballs, or even if they're multi-hit fireballs if they're fast moving. However, against slow fireballs and slow moving multi-hitting eggs, it's just a lot of those options go out the window, right?
For sure, sure.
Can you Hazancho underneath an egg? I don't think so. That egg be reaching low. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, really, I couldn't say I'm too confident on it.
Oh. So it does eliminate some of his options against these fireballs, right?
Yeah. And obviously the Gram is going to do decently, but you don't gain any like screen control or screen presence for the Gramming fireballs. If anything, you're pushing them further away.
Of course, another little buff Zeku got in the recent changes was his crouch medium kick in old form is now special cancelable, which makes old such a better character having Halo confirmed.
That really changes quite a lot in terms of how much pressure you can exert. A crouching medium kick, if your crouching medium kick cancelable, you're probably having a good time. It's a general rule of thumb.
Thankfully, Urians can't. That was the curse.
Could you? Oh,
it used to.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Okay, if you trigger ready here for Smash.
Yeah, young Zeku's V-trigger. Honestly, both of them aren't the like. It's got nothing on the V-trigger on the other side of the aisle right now, but it definitely honestly, the biggest thing is the slide and the. Oh my lord, that looks so cool.
Target combo into the throw.
Yeah.
Gets corner presence. Oh! Whiffs the punish. You hate to see it. Here comes the mirror from Bolt Strike.
Yeah. Mirror on the wall. Oh, the bounce.
Mystic Smash maybe going to swap off the Zeku after if he does this game.
I would like to hope that we will.
Have the poison and the balsam.
Obviously, there's still the ability to bring this back. It's only one round, but
true, very true.
It's definitely not been panning out just yet. Ooh, sneaking that V skill activation in. Having the
EXDP, get off me.
Alleviate some of that pressure. The ferret is here.
Oh, the ferret working.
I love that the jump kick from the ferret. It just looks incredible.
Godlike.
Yeah, and there's that classic thing. The one thing that young Zaku doesn't have is an anti-air game. And Lord knows Volt Strike is happy
Oh,
to
you
just
can't neutral jump against Dorian.
This is huge!
You sure
No
he's dead?
way.
It's,
Yeah, just like that.
well, remember, Dorian Super will connect off pretty much anything in the air, even if it knocks them down, because it does OTG. One of the few things in this game that will actually OTG, right?
Absolutely.
Good stuff from Volt Strike. So I do think we might see the character swap from Mystic.
I'd really like to hope that we will. It's possible that, like, you know what, I want to train at the Zeku, but I would love
play
to see
Zeku,
this.
yeah.
I would love to see either the Poison or the Sim go live. Both of those characters, they have absolutely fantastic, like.
Personally, I'd like to see the Sim, so that every time he does something good, I can be like, yeah, that's what I would have done. And anytime he does something bad, I'd be like, no, I would have done this instead.
Yeah,
Extensive, multiple hours of Sim knowledge.
Multiple hours. I love that.
Yeah. I'm the best gold Sim in EU, you don't even know.
I see. Fair play.
Because I'm the only one. Because nobody plays Sim down in the low ranks.
It's a bad idea if you don't have neutral, which, let's be honest, most people enjoy.
Having a great time. They just be jumping and I just be stretching. It's great time. Great time.
What does a gold player do against standing medium king?
They don't. Perish.
But now there she
Alright,
is.
so we are seeing the poison.
I love the mobster outfit so much. This looks so good. Both of these
Yeah,
people are
poison has
mobsters,
some
I'm not
great
gonna lie.
outfits, right?
Oh, definitely. Honestly, I really appreciate how much Volt Strike is like focused on the metallic stare normally, but Lord knows it's not going to work out if they don't, if things just kind of carry on as normal in this matchup, because you cannot just be taking viable trades versus heart rate. It just does not work out for you.
No. In fact, both Dulcim and Poison, right? They can trade with fireballs in their favor all day long if the player is ready. Like, just like that, right? It doesn't look it, but slowly over time you will notice that heart rate is doing much more damage than the fireball after a couple of hits, right?
Yeah,
you will lose like much faster.
There's a side switch there, a little bit of a surprising choice there, but yeah, just gonna block that, not gonna deal with that. I love that jab check. Just
Oh no.
My friend did. But the corner is here, and yeah, let's use that last Molotov.
Keeps
to make
himself plus
safe.
with Molotov. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Pretty much, the V-skill, or the V-Trigger 1 and the V-Skill 2 is pretty much all you see from Poison players these days, right? But it's such a good combination.
For sure. Like, we've seen Mystic a couple of times crack out the V-Trigger 2 versus Hondas. But
Yes.
I have not seen a single use of that web swing.
Oh! No, it is no maximum spider, I'll put it that way.
But Lord knows, it's like the one move she still has from her previous moveset, that EX heal drop is absolutely horrifying in this game. Super fast projectile invincible, only -4 on block. It is a menace of a tool.
It's overhead, don't forget.
Oh, of course. -4 overhead.
It's so silly.
Oh, not even getting into a jump in. Some really strong stuff. This is definitely the best that makes Mystics looked in the set so far, but that feels obvious to say, but this pick is definitely working out for them so far.
Absolutely, and it's full trigger and full CA on deck here for Mystic.
Yeah, and if you can run it is the character's obscene damage output. Once they have access to all their tools, obviously. Oh my god, did you see how much damage that knee drop did?
Did a lot. Okay, the back throw out of the charge, I respect it.
Urian just pulled out the shoulders and got grabbed for it. Yeah, this is, even though Volt Strike has a health advantage, this definitely feels like it's still a little bit of a weird situation for them to be in, because they could just die just like that.
Oh, super. Beautiful. Good stuff from Mystic.
It could be so hard to just close rounds on Poison. Even if you have a health lead, you're like, this health lead can just vanish so quickly, so you still feel like you're compelled to like make those moves and make those plays, and she can just eviscerate you. But that is going to be Mystic's first game on the board of this set. It's pretty much all that remains to see is if they kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit with those Zeku games because they are obviously going to be locked in to that poison for the rest of this. So if there's any cheeky counter picks coming their way,
if they do want to win it, right?
For sure, for sure.
So, if Ball Striker was going to swap, obviously the swap would be to the Vega, but how does Vega fare against the poison better than Yorian? I wouldn't say so.
They have also been playing a lot of Seth in recent times as well.
True.
Correct. Which, if there's one character that I'm going to kind of trust has a good time versus poison, it's Seth, because I don't really trust them to not have a good matchup.
Yup.
But anyway, at the same time, if Bolt Strike goes Vega, it's not going to be an easy time because they are a menace with this character.
That's one way to put it.
It's obscene. It's actually obscene watching them play. I'm looking forward to this because both of these two, the gloves are off. The gloves are off.
Yes.
The claws are on. Vega's gonna have a nice time, kind of just being a little bit more able than your average character to kind of contest some of those ranges that Poison likes to fight in because of those claw moments.
A very mobile character as well at that, right?
Definitely.
Which is important against the character that's trying to keep you out as much as possible.
For sure. Yeah, got that V skill too. It's actually such a blessing for Vega, going from such a underwhelming tool to that frame one hit invincible tool. Just getting out of dodge, getting out of danger. So often.
Yeah, both players are playing very patiently, looking for just what they can get, but Bolstrike is definitely capitalizing on these hits way more. Get some corner push here. Oh, just gets out of the block string, doesn't want to deal with it.
Absolutely. It's
Uphill
so
battle
scary.
here for Mystic.
It's so scary to ever have to block stuff from Poison because they just completely put you in these heinous situations. And if you don't have the V reversal, it's it's scary to know what to do.
Full meter on deck here though for both players. Activation here for drop the activation confirmed.
That's huge.
And EX is going to take the ground.
Beautiful stuff, and the old classic. Can never go wrong with a good Azuna drop. So Bolt Strike on set point. Oh, you see that? They can use that V skill to kind of mitigate that EX heart rate pressure. Even though they still get hit, it's airborne, so they just fall out of the mix-up. That's actually a really big thing for this matchup. Oh, big drop.
Swags under, yeah, nice stuff.
Not the hugest punish though, but...
Okay, V-Trigger on deck here for Bolt Strike, however Mystic does have super, and one hit confirm here into super would be very nice.
Yeah, that's gonna...
There it is! No, spends the EX heart rate
They go for the heart rate, a little bit surprising. I feel like heart rate into super might have had a potential for killing, but... You know what?
Just wanted to reserve the meter, right?
Yeah, for sure. Wake up light punch though? Absolutely. Yeah,
man.
choice as well. Close it out.
When your opponent's on really low health, what do? You pressure with light. Come on.
Definitely. No reason to use the bad frame danger if anything's gonna kill. Oh, wake up super. Doesn't matter what level of play, you will always find some.
Yes.
I feel like honestly, the better you get, the better Wake Up Super gets. I can't lie. There's no way this guy's gonna Wake Up Super, right? Ooh, that's
trade. Rush counter, slide.
It's absolutely horrifying pressure. That Sky High Claw, have to use that V-Trigger to make it safe. Oh, just punch him in the head with that claw off heavy punch.
Vega wins.
Very weird final game, I have to say. It was some very funky business, but beautiful stuff from Bolt Strike to close that out.
GG's to Bolt Strike in the end. Wonder will Mystic maybe regret throwing out the Zeku the first two games, or maybe learned a lot from it, which is, has its own worth and value.
Absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, we're here to get better. Like,
yes.
Winning is great. Getting better so you can win next time is absolutely fantastic. So if that Zeku is something they want to take seriously and put time into, then this is that's an absolutely worth use of their time, because that character is fantastic, and this is some of the best practice you can get.
Yes, indeed. So, let's take a quick look. We have... Yes, exactly. So we have our semi-finals organised, guys. We will have Fossa versus Valmaster, followed by Arisia versus Bolt Strike.
Nice, nice, nice. Things are shaping up real nicely for this tournament. This is gonna be a hectic one, I think, because you have such a strong and capable like player walling you out and keeping things at a distance, playing that neutral in Valmaster, and then you have someone who is also capable of that in Fassa, but also has the added caveat of being completely insane. You can never.
And speaking
trust...
of insane, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's sorry, go. You had a good segue, I can feel it.
Speaking of insane, it's insane that you guys have already used all of the Matcherino promo codes. Oh, good stuff. But of course, if you want to support the Saltmine, just check below the stream. You can still donate her Matcherino, you can still donate with our donation link, and all of those pretty pennies go into Redis's big old pot of gold that we give out to the players at the end of the season, right? That goes straight to the prize pool for the players, and it's amazing support we've had this season and every season so far, guys. So thank you deeply, sincerely, honestly, really.
Super duper. Super duper thank you. No, the support for this series has been absolutely so incredible all year round. It's so wonderful seeing these ridiculously supportive people, these amazing players.
Yes.
See, I knew you had a good segue. God, Urian's EXs on Kanahe actually do too much damage.
Yeah.
every time I see them, I get like a palpitation for a moment. Right now, Valmaster has Fassa shoved straight into the corner.
And there's the troll, round 1.
Keeping things nice and simple. I love this Chun-Li outfit. It's so extra, but like, it's a good time.
Don't tell me you're one of these Chun-Li players who thinks she deserves 20 costumes.
I think she should probably have less costumes and maybe like at least one holiday costume. The fact she hasn't got either Christmas or Halloween ones is kind of crazy to me.
Ooh, nicely done.
Yeah, real good stuff to scout that out, find the opening and just shove their head straight through with that EX headbutt. Oh,
nice slide under the fireball.
Yeah, that slide
isn't that?
Slide is actually minus on hit, but when you space it like that, there's nothing you're gonna do about it. Ooh, yep, that
tackles in after the fireball activates.
Tackle activation is so scary business. Just barely that wonderful.
Armor doesn't catch the recovery though.
Yeah, the wonderful thing of charge character fireball frame data, you just got that little bit less time to punish them than your average fireball. Oh, beautiful kind of hit! That's crazy.
Should be able to kill off this, right? No,
not quite.
Never mind. Not close enough to the corner.
They
right?
were a little bit too far away, so you can't get the full Kokogen loops because the Kokogen doesn't travel fast enough to get the pickups if it's like not properly spaced. Gotcha. No way.
Oh, tried to air, but had the armor stocked.
That's the power
that's
of
a dead Urian if I ever saw one.
That's the power of that V skill. You really don't see it quite so much so often, but it's too little too late. Valmaster cleaning up that first game very nicely. I definitely feel like that V skill 1 definitely has its place still in a lot of matchups, but you see a big oval, electric oval, and you're like, ooh, I want that.
I think, especially if you are opting to use the V-Trigger 2, then the V-Skill 1 can really shine with those additional hits of armor.
I don't want to gush too hard, but that standing light punch into absolutely obscenely frustratingly hard to do. So it's always hype to see people doing it.
Another thing about Chun-Li, right? She has some of the hardest light confirms in the game, easily.
Getting standing light punch into a spinning bird kick, that is... It's a tall order, but Valmaster.
Yeah, you really gotta learn to buffer those charges in a weird way, but it's... Okay, nice swift punish on the grab.
Ooh, that didn't look quite right, that air legs. There's something awry about that. Looked like they went for the medium instead of the light, which kind of leaves you hanging a little bit in the air. Gave Fassa a little bit of time to breathe, but at the same time, they're still at such a massive life deficit. That heavy kick is not going to make that any easier.
Can't afford to take another hit. V-Trigger on deck here for Val.
I think we're going to see a sweep activate most likely here. Oh no, I didn't even get the... Sorry, slide activate, I misspoke. Didn't even need it. Get that slide, that nice crouching light punch. Can close that out. Just gonna time these standing medium punches, are we? Daring them to press a button.
Ow! Armor true, but doesn't get exactly what he was looking for. There you go, gets the hit, gets the corner pressure going.
Yeah,
this is going to be a lot of damage and a lot of stun.
A brave tech throw from Valmaster. That is an absolutely terrifying time to try and throw tech. The reactions. Obscene.
She does.
Goes for the V skill, the ambiguous cross up. Not gonna be too ambiguous, all things considered.
Yeah, just a bit too far to make it really tricky stuff, right?
Yeah, it kind of depends on how tall a character is a lot of the time. If they're short, you definitely can sneak over them sometimes.
Trigger ready here as well for Val. Oh, Faster just... Oh, that's so intimidating, watching that armored gorilla just slowly walk you down.
This girl's got armor plating. Oh, that's huge. There's the activation point into another legs, and the knockdown next up.
Oh, nice! Not enough to kill with the scaling, but of course does get set up and sits down on a fireball right in the butt.
Absolutely. We've seen a couple of people falling on some fireballs today.
I'm telling you, man, Val must be playing Grand Blue Fantasy versus, because he one hit confirms into super, whiff punishes with super. That's what that game's about. It's our Sam show. He's playing Sam show. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's got those E-sends.
Round 1.
Cleaving through the competition is Valmaster, because lordy, this is looking real nice for them right now. Oh, if they'd gone for that, words are hard. If they'd gone for the jump heavy kick, they probably could have really gone crazy on that damage output, but medium kick is gonna not be too big of a punish on that V skill. Oh, that could have been ridiculous. They got the counter hit on that standing medium punch. Wasn't quite ready to convert that into those V skill combos. Ooh, sneaking into those fireballs and pointing at those toes. That Kikoken pressure, that's obscene stuff. Really scary.
The X activate. There's the knee drop plus frames.
I love using that knee drop to sneak away from that fireball. Never really considered that.
Fully charges and gets away with it!
It's just running after.
Alright, with that slide, Val is going to put himself on set point, guys.
Yep, this is on the verge. This is the potential of being a real big blowout right now. Oh my god, what a pickup! Anti-air fireball into the EX legs. I was about to say that Valmaster had that super on deck, and they very nearly already do again, and that really is going to be rough because you need these fireballs as Urian in this matchup to control that space. But if you have CA on deck, Chun-Li is just going to deny that.
Okay, activation here for Fossa.
Huge call kick!
If he gets something with the tackle, he does.
This is big stuff, that's a stun.
Yup.
And they stay in it for another round. They are not out of this competition just yet. Shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. The V-Trigger is such a bizarre tool, and I feel like people are still kind of adjusting to getting used to it, because Lord knows it is not the average pick, but Fossa makes such beautiful work of it.
But if you do want to learn more about it, Fossa themselves have put out quite a lot of videos on Twitter with the activation points, the mix-ups from the activation, crush counter activations, the frame data, everything covering this V-Trigger. You want to learn it? The person who's using it best is teaching you, so go check those out.
Definitely. There's no excuse for not knowing, but there's a definitely excuse for not being ready in the heat of the moment. But oh, a beautiful pickup with that C8. This is probably not going to kill, just barely. But it's looking real rough for Fossa right now. They have all the resources in the world, but it's whether they can even find the opportunity to toss it out, but they can't! Sneaking straight under that fireball.
And that's going to be it. Val booking his place in finals.
Beautiful stuff. And that feels really rough for Fossa. You never want to drop out of a set with full super and V-Trigger ready and waiting for you. That's a really rough feeling. fantastic play from Val. They played out of their mind. Start to finish in that set. They're looking real crispy today. So I believe next up we are getting Bolt Strike back in here, and we have the French Cammy, the Grand Return. We couldn't be Saltmine without Cammy, let's be honest. Alicia is here. This matchup doesn't sound fun for Vega at all, if Bolt Strike is going for that Vega. Because if there's one thing I know about Vega, is they do not like air approaches. That character very much has a bit of a struggle catching people out of the air when they're throwing themselves at you. They really has a rough time. But obviously, Bolt Strike has also been playing a lot of Urian throughout this tournament, so remains to be seen. Remains to be seen.
Okay, and let's get ready right into it, guys. So the winner, as we just found out, will be playing against Valmaster in our finals today for the title of King or Queen of the Week.
Ooh, I would love to see a Cammy Chum Grand Finals. That's always a very cool matchup to watch. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Bolt Strike is definitely not gonna not gonna make this easy. We'll put it that way. Yes, we have the Vega. Okay. Yeah, they are not messing around anymore with secondaries. The man with the claw is here to stay.
Let my beauty intoxicate you.
For those who I wish to protect.
Getting those full intros in there, you'll love to see it. Get a little bit of that the theatrics in there. Starting straight out, trying to come in that whiff punish with that spiral arrow. Not going to work out. Arisia shoved straight into the corner instantly. And once Vega manages to push you into the corner, they have such a good time. Not even because of how good their mix-up pressure is, which it can be. It's because they have so much space to just walk backwards, which is such a potent tool of a character.
Yes. But these two characters both really do have some of the best walk speeds in the game, both backwards and forwards, and both love abusing that in the corner against you. So it's really going to be a case of who gets there first, right?
Definitely. Right now, Iris is definitely turning the tables, because their stun is racking up fast with Bolt Strike.
Oh!
Yeah. Oh, did they manage to get a left-right mix-up on their own view reverse?
I think Arista did actually have an opportunity to maybe punish that there, but just, it's such a weird one to look at, you know? The mental mix-up.
You can definitely grab in that situation, it'll probably just work, because Cammy is very much not in any kind of committal position after that dive kick. But yeah, they just weren't quite ready for that situation. Vega has such a bizarre view reversal.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Izuna drop, keeps the same side, gets a bit of pressure. Okay, forward throw keeps the corner, or sorry, keeps the screen going.
Yeah, trying to push into that center screen so they can try and maybe pull them into their own corner.
Oh! Which punishes with the rolls into the Izuna drop, not enough to kill, but does get maybe a slide. Whoa, looks for the shimmy.
Can't go wrong with a good crouching medium punch for Vega. Bolt Strike taking that first game pretty nicely. Chrissy is definitely not looking bad though. Like anytime they get an opening, they make a lot of it. Obviously that's like kinda is Cammy's thing. They are this rushdown demon and this crazy block pressure. But only
of course, Bolt Strike is extremely well. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. No, as you said, Bolt Strike is ridiculously experienced, and playing a character with kind of limited defensive options, you really do get good at blocking.
But Bolt Strike, of course, extremely well versed in this Vega versus Cammy matchup, having played against Hurricane very regularly. The neutral jump, no activation. Thought the activation was coming. Here it is. Can he stun?
Oh,
he can.
Slide into the stun, and that's going to be a nice and not going to be. Yeah, within that scenario, not quite going to find that kill. If Mauricio manages to make this comeback yet, not
Oh, unfortunate. Oh, had the opportunity from the drop, but Bolt Strike just poking it back.
Yeah. If they managed to mount that comeback, that could have been the start of something really, really beautiful. But as it is, Irisia is a little bit down in this set right now, and another whiff punish attempts with that spiral arrow is not gonna be helping their case.
EXTP's out. Oh, this is gonna be no. Thought he would go for the stun.
Yeah,
That's not gonna be enough to kill.
yeah. I feel like it isn't
Dash up,
an EX.
command grab. No, dash up low. Oh, I got hit. Clearly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bolt Strike's pressure and Bolt Strike's mix-up is just so scary. You know, sometimes when you're commentating, you're like, damn, these people are just definitely on a completely different level. And Bolt Strike definitely exudes that aura. When they pick out the Vega, it feels like they can do no wrong sometimes.
I'm the opposite. When I'm commentating, I'm like, yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. And then I play, and it's like a monkey hitting a hammer off a rock. Okay, no counter confirmed there, but oh, the air throw. You got those on deck.
Gorgeous stuff. One of the rare fantastic options Vega does have access to for catching people at the skies.
Larissa fighting for her tournament life here. Doesn't get the counter confirmed, maybe. Punishes the V skill though with the spiral arrow.
Yeah. A little bit scrappy but they're looking pretty nice right now. They managed to find a corner for themselves. That stun, but watching that stun drain away is really rough.
Oh no, gets stuffed on the way in. EXTP's out.
I'm not dealing with the I'm not dealing with the source. Take that mask right off. They've got to be fishing for that V-trigger. There it is. Yep. Goes for the safe option. Bolt Strike ready for it, unfortunately. But Cammy is going to get some free approach attempts here, unless it all ends right now. Not
enough to kill.
A hit away. Anything will do. Yeah.
Oh, and that's gonna be it. Set point here for Bolt Strike.
Yes. Russia definitely had a few opportunities to make it back there, but Bolt Strike is so good at just suffocating you out once they have a comfortable lead. Because that's honestly just one of Vega's great strengths.
In a game that's defined by the V-trigger as a comeback mechanic, how is Vega the only character that gets worse as the game goes on? It's crazy to me, right? I have just lost half of my tools. Do not worry about it. It is fine. No, it's not.
A stance character who loses their default stance is crazy.
It's so silly. So unnecessary. Poor old Vega.
At least he can't take them off himself anymore.
Yeah. Activation.
Oh, yeah,
goes for the super. No, never mind. Just a Zuna drop, and that's going to be it for Bolt Strike. Good GG's to Russia though. Well played today, get all the way to the semi-finals.
Gorgeous showing. Always fantastic to see some real nice Cammy play. The character is just so dynamic, so fast, and they're a fantastic representative of their character.
And hopefully catch you Sunday for normal Saltmine and Russia. That would be sweet. And don't forget guys, we still have that match arena going. All of the promo codes are gone. Y'all spent all the free money. Free real estate is gone. No more free real estate. But you can still, of course, support via the match arena or donations. All that money goes towards you. Well, if you're playing, it goes towards you because it goes to our prize pool for the players in our regular season tournaments.
Absolutely. Any contributions are profoundly, unendingly appreciated. Because this is all grassroots, all community funded, all community run. It's the good stuff. So support your scenes.
Yes, indeed. So we are going to move into our finals, which is also going to be our king set for today, because we do not have a reigning king. So it's going to be Falmaster versus Bolt Strike, and the winner will take the throne for the week.
Absolutely. We did have a abdication from Muscle Noob, who once we said it once, we've said it twice, we've said it so many times. Humongous shout-outs to the wonderful, wonderful boy.
Yes.
But there can be only one monarch here in the Saltmine right now, and we're about to find out who.
So, what are we going to see from Bolt Strike? Are we going to see the Vega or are we going to see the Urine?
I would quite like to see the Vega just go in, guns blazing, the old school, the Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. But at the same time, the Urian has been looking fantastic recently. I remember when they first started bringing them into weeklies, it was a little bit shaky still, but right now it's looking gorgeous. But we have got the Vega.
Yes.
Forget
the
what I said.
Oh, hello. No, go into the sitting room. Sorry, no, my dog is just... Go into the sitting room now, please. Go on. Oh, Daddy's working. Go into the sitting room. Good girl, thank you.
We got spectators of every kind.
I know, yeah.
But that cracking straight
Normally
launch.
she's busy sitting all over me when I'm commentating. Despite being as big as me, anyway.
Yes. So one thing that Chun-Li definitely has in this matchup is that their frame data is just that little bit faster. So if both players are trying, gunning for that same moment, Chun-Li is on average going to actually just cinch it out on a couple of frames. But Vega has that little bit more range on average.
Well, until he loses the claw, as we just spoke.
Yeah, until he just gets tagged by enough normals to become significantly worse. But has done a good job of forcing Valmaster into the corner, using that EX Kogan to try and get a little bit of space for themselves. Oh my lord, fantastic slide punish with that crouching heavy punch into the V skill. This is looking real nice for Valmaster. There is a lot of health that Bolt Strike has to make back.
Nice!
And honestly, the CA is online for one of them, but...
Bolt Strike,
yeah. Not quite.
Never mind, got that little tippity taps.
This is definitely one of them classic matchups. These long-range buttons characters have been around for a good 30 years at this point. And Lord knows Chun-Li definitely has a bit of an edge on average.
Yeah, sorry, apologies guys, because this is the king set, because there isn't an actual king set, this will be first to 5.
Yes, absolutely.
The king.
So we are going
Should have made that clear at the start, guys, that's my apologies.
Yes, absolutely, that's our bad. So we're going to be here for a good time and a long time. But right now, it looks like Valmaster is trying to mount a bit of a comeback in this round. They are
yes, maybe.
hella behind. What in the world was that?
I was with the SBK there, cornered himself. That looked really weird.
I feel like that has to have been an EX SBK that
a dropped
right,
EX,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that is the optimized damage for 1 bar. But you cannot be doing that with the regular because you are stuck in that animation for about 8 years on the most versions of it. So it's going to go around a piece right now. Now, such a dominant start from Valmaster. Suddenly, we're half health down and Bolt has not even taken has barely taken a lick.
Yeah.
And once you have that health deficit as Chun-Li, that stand heavy kick is a lot less scary because people don't have to be walking towards you, so you can just start crouching.
Exactly. Oh, catches him with the V skill. Pressure going. Is going to drop. That's going to kill him. Oh, not enough.
Not quite. Super is online as well as V trigger for Valmaster. Not going to find that confirmed. Yeah, have to activate there to keep it safe. They pressed a button.
Okay, look, I'm not Warlord. I don't know. I can't. I wouldn't have pressed the button there, but clearly it was the right thing to do. So you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to press buttons on +2. Like scary business. But the first game is gonna go to Bolt Strike. But as we say, we have plenty more to go. It's a long road before this set finishes up.
Fight.
See Valmaster trying to opt a little bit more for those Kokens. Oh, I'm absolutely adoring how Valmaster is positioning themselves around that slide. Because twice now, Bolt has been...
Oh, the jump in.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, strong pressure here from Bolt Strike.
Yeah,
Gets the whip punish as well. That's a stun.
Nice and simple, clean kill right here.
Does need to spend the meter though to guarantee it, but you'll absolutely be happy with that, right? Pay your paycheck and get your round.
Absolutely, that is going to come back in dividends. That is a worthy purchase. Beautiful anti-air. That jump was a little bit hard to spot, but Valmaster was 100% on it. And I'm loving how Val is using these fireballs to force jumps and just get these nice, neat punishes with the anti-airs. No way!
Spends it all! I respect it. Get that life lead. You are down a round, you are down a game, spend it all, get corner position, get life lead.
Goes for the no tech, does Bolt Strike. Quite nice time because it just completely mitigates a lot of the Chun-Li's mix-ups post-super.
Nicely done.
Oh, that's huge. Good stuff with that bird kick conversion. Dash up isn't it? It's so hard to see, and Lord knows Bolt Strike does a lot. Yeah, he did not have the health to mount that
Nice
offense.
stuff.
Some wonderful, wonderful anti-air with that back heavy kick for Valmaster. Once again going to round 3. I feel like we're going to be here for a while.
Okay, oh, just a dash up grab, the shimmy.
Bolt is looking fantastic right now. They are in the head of Valmaster, and they are happy
Oh,
to
and
stay.
punishes with the Azuna drop. Overhead coming. No, no
No
overhead.
overhead required.
Val got caught pressing a button.
Just like that Bolt Strike suddenly up 2 games.
Win.
It feels like these games go super even, and then round 3 happens and Bolt Strike just turns it on. We've had
And
that
it's
2
just-
games straight
yeah.
now. You eat one dash up
indeed.
grab from Bolt Strike and suddenly you're just incapable of coping with the pressure they exert
Brain
because you're
go
so
off.
scared. You're so scared of that dash up grab that nothing else matters to you anymore, and that's when they walk backwards and hit you. Back to that character, like we could see the Manat here. I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue how big a Manat goes. But
So it is the first to 5, so even if you do take the character swap now and lose, you still have the option to go back again. You've got a little bit of flex room, right?
absolutely.
So sometimes it will be worth taking an early character switch just to, test the waters, feel out the matchup.
For sure. Yeah, feeling people out is absolutely the name of the game in these long sets. There is no reason to be jumping the gun and being like, oh no, I'm not ready for these things, because you can learn on the fly. You're like, okay, so this is what this person does. This is how they approach this kind of situation. You learn so much about another person when you play even a first to 5, let alone a first to 10.
Fight.
We do have that Manat, as we predicted. And that's definitely the way that Vega is going to be trying to get around this,
Yep.
is hopping straight off that
Absolutely.
wall and just saying, I'm not feeling playing neutral today.
Valmaster's Manat, though, absolutely no slouch, as we've already seen today, right?
Definitely. It's been looking beautiful stuff. Actually managing to punish some of Manat's max range stuff with that forward heavy punch. Really nice stuff from Bolt.
Ultra clearly knows this matchup very well as well.
For sure, for sure. Not a character you see quite so much as
Oh,
you
the
used to,
jump in.
Manat. Oh! Definitely aware of a few things themselves as Valmaster there, because that there's no way I would ready for that, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, V-trigger on deck here from Manat, here it comes.
This is where things get crazy. This is where Manat is a zoner, by the way.
Oh, the shimmy.
Oh my
That's
lord,
the
that was
storm.
gorgeous stuff. And they do have that CA on deck, so there is no way to possibly have this not kill. Gotta spend it all, but it's worth it.
Yeah, well, Manat, realistically, other than a couple of, little neat anti-air situations, I guess, doesn't have a huge amount of reason to ever spend EX. So it's definitely one of the characters that cashes out with CA the most, I'd say, up there.
Oh, definitely. Especially because they have these really long combos where sometimes
Yes.
each hit is doing so little, you've just gotta have that little bit extra to secure those rounds. And Bolt Strike is getting so much mileage off of these V-Skill 2s. They are not.
Yeah, he has shown us, the power that one button can have in a matchup, if that button is good in the matchup, right? Okay,
This is
confirms off
crazy
the EX
damage.
flying Barcelona. The throw stun is getting scary for Val. The neutral jump, though, I respect it. Bit risky.
Bolt has V-Trigger as well right now, so any tag. Never mind. Forget I said a thing.
Just running away from those orbs.
Yeah, just
Still
get
has
out
one
of dodge. It's not worth the risk.
Okay, it does spend a bit of EX meter here to get the knockdown, set the orb out, get Bolt in the corner. Pretty much even on life.
Yeah, but once again, that V-Trigger is online. Any tag will do it, just like
Activation.
this. Maybe not gonna kill, actually.
Oh,
Just
not
barely.
enough to kill. Does spend 2 meters. Went for the overhead, but trades after.
Trading
Not quite
post
sure what
overhead
happened
is a
there.
rough business. Unfortunate stuff of Almaster, but they are gonna go to round 3 once again. Okay. I'm unclear on what's happening here, but honestly, this is what happens when Manat puts that orb right in front of you. You're like, I don't really feel like moving right now. Right now, despite what we said earlier, we've seen a lot of those EX orb recalls coming in from Manat. They are definitely getting a lot of mileage out of them. That he's gonna drop it every single time that Master goes for these gets grabs, they just get ready to try and tech the next time. Oh, once again, their execution and their combo.
Those long combos, we love to see them.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Things were looking really rough for them for a lot of that round, but if you've got the execution, you can just clinch it.
Really turned it around in the end, yeah.
So I do apologize. I believe I am having some unfortunate connection stuff, but
unfortunate.
That's hopefully not gonna impede things too much here.
Hopefully. But Manat is such a polarizing character to play against and watch, right? Justin Wong's Manat, I sleep. Sacco Manat, I wake. You know,
this character,
and it's the same when you're playing against her, right?
Yeah, it's a night and day thing when Manat is doing most of their things to when Manat kind of enters combo mode, and suddenly everything works and everything connects into everything. And then, oh my lord.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, I'm loving Bolt just using that V skill to just like be like, nah, I don't want to be standing on this orb anymore. I'm not a fan of this.
Oh, punishes the slide anyway with the recall. If he reversals out, no activation. Sorry, what am I saying? I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, it's a very rare sight to see that. A very rare sight to see that V reversal from Manat. It's not the most most commonly spotted, especially when you think about how powerful that V trigger is. But it gets the job done sometimes.
And those movement-based V reversals are often much more susceptible to being punished than a regular V reversal, right?
Poor Nash.
Nice. Oh.
When at that max range distance, keeping things mega chill. Oh. Once again, the Vega's ability to have that wall jump, like the Barcelonas and all that such, really does change how they interact with this matchup. Because otherwise, usually it's such a difficult time kind of navigating, but as long as you're okay with maybe taking a bit of damage on an anti-air, they can just show up next to you. Oh my god! Just like that, beautiful single hit conversion once again, some grand blue.
Whoa.
Voltra is on a very, very low amount of health right now. They are bleeding real hard right now. Beautiful air to air at the Vega Classic. Everyone has aerials that you only use versus Vega.
Nice. True, very true. Air game being so important, right?
Yeah. It feels like every character is like, what is their Vega button in the air? Because everyone's got one, but you never think about it until you get into the matchup and you're like, hang on, I need something that hits above me in the air. And then you're like, it changes everything, but you never notice it's there.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, I suppose it does present itself in a way that it creates a situation for each character in the matchup to be like, right, how do I deal with this weird thing that this character does?
For sure. And like Vega is one of those original weirdo characters for sure. So like,
unless of course like you're like me and you're also playing a weirdo like Dalsum and you have to think about teleporting to punish it and you're like, oh, brain hard, hurt, no good think.
We don't play Street Fighter here to think. We're not about that business.
Yeah, give me Rose so I can play like Dalsum, but just press big buttons.
I just want to press crouching medium punch again.
Alright, so gotta be said though, Val is really turning this set around since the character swapped him and that.
Yeah.
But of course, Boldstrike has his own character swap possibly on deck.
That V-trigger getting stuffed is really big right now. The Bolt getting shoved into the corner as well with that air-to-air. Val is looking crazy right now. They are pressing every button they can find on their pad. Or stick out.
Doesn't punish! I really thought that would punish. Okay, spends the EX, gets the dunk and the corner.
Blocks the overhead, no
cheeky.
punish.
I like this. Oh, and the air-to-air.
Finally winning the
Medium
air-to-air
kick.
exchange. Really nice stuff. It felt like both of those two clawed back, ran back from the depths at different points in that round. That was crazy.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful stuff with that heavy kick anti-air, and then that has such absolutely wild anti-air potential. Just using
Shout out
the
to Sankola for the tier 1 sub again. Much appreciated. Love the support. Thank you very much, brother.
Absolutely.
Hope you are doing well.
Oh my lord, the slide in.
Oof, nice.
Just sneaking
Okay, V-trigger on deck here for Boldstrike. Spends a bit of meter here, so does Val.
It really does change everything when any single hit can turn into a crazy super conversion for Vega. Oh, the counter hit
this is going to be a lot of damage.
Sky High Claw.
Oh, unblockable!
Oh, beautiful stuff.
That's going to be the round for Boldstrike, and that's going to put him up 3-2, right, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, but it's not over yet. We've said it. We said it before. We said it again. This is not just your average grand finals. This is to determine a king right now.
Oh, it is not.
I am really hoping we don't see a character change from Val.
Good stuff, guys.
Fight.
Yeah, man, I tell you, EX nipple high claw is unblockable.
It's pretty tough. I'll say that.
Okay, maybe are we having some connection issues here, perhaps, guys? Not sure what's going on.
Maybe, or maybe this is just how this neutral works.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the orb's there, it's like I don't really want to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was any problems, it looks like they've been resolved here as we're back into the slugfest. Once again, Boldstrike just has these absolutely incredible V skills. They've hopped out of all sorts, all tournament. They've hopped out of heart raids, they've hopped out of explosions from the orb. He just knows how to press those mediums together.
But it's 3-2 currently to Boldstrike. Val playing much better though since he swapped to them now. Not that he's playing better, sorry, but playing the matchup much better, right? Because that is a big factor at this kind of level.
Yeah, things are working
guys,
out in their favour. Hell better.
If you're like me and you're down in the dredges and you play against your friends who are like platinum and diamond, ranks don't matter, or tier lists don't matter, matchups don't matter, play who you want. But when you're a warlord, matchups matter a lot.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You're playing against other warlords or other high-level, competitive, tournament-winning players, matchups matter a lot. And we're seeing that in full effect here since the swap to Manat from Val. Speaking of which, is he going to build super? No, not enough. Does build the super now though.
We are only 5 seconds away from the time so we could be looking for a timer scan right now. Wouldn't be supposed to be called a Sky High Claw. Yeah, oh my lord!
Val is going to seal it with the air-to-air.
Gorgeous stuff. Oh, unfortunately, spending that EX bar at the last second, not even getting a chance to have the hitbox come out, that is going to really be unfortunate for their meter management in this next round. How? Looking to tie this
Did I get the light counter confirms, but nothing really. Oh, please still threw back into the orb. Unfortunate. Okay. Spends a bit of meter. Okay, orb is still out for Manat. Can use it to get some plus frames like that. Oh, catches him on the roll back of the V skill. Oh, beautiful little setup there from Val. So close to stun.
Just a.
Strike's got to be careful with the reversal super. Reversal super from Manat will kill.
Yeah, and we saw before, as you said before, we had a situation.
Oh, there's the crush.
Oh lordy, this is too close. Bolt, they will die to being sneezed on right now.
And
yeah,
just runs right into the orb.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard versus these characters, especially when you have those disjointed hitboxes. You've got to take that risk at some point, and if you guess wrong, you guess wrong.
Yeah.
This set once again tied up 3-3.
3-3. I have a prediction to make. Rose versus Manat will be 10-0 in Rose's favour. Hello, I am psychic. Hello, I taught you how to be psychic. Unwinnable.
At least canon matchup is absolutely going to be that way, but honestly, you can never count on that in any of these matchups. They have such a ridiculous, especially against like other spacing characters. But
very true, very true. Okay, still gotta worry about the orb, even though you got the throw.
yeah, the orb is such a scary thing to have. So it gives you such presence. As soon as you have a chance to press a button, they'll canceling into and out of the orb. So fantastic. Ooh, that's that V trigger.
And there's pretty much nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah, that's a gorgeous pickup from Bolt. Crazy stuff to manage to shove them back into the corner at the end of the combo after everything.
Tried to jump out with the cross up, but didn't land it.
Clean.
Okay,
Yeah, the core is gone. That's rough.
Big trigger almost ready here for Val. It is indeed super ready as well. Orb is set, but might not get a chance. What's Bolt going to go for? Oh, look, was he going for the overhead?
Maybe it's.
He came off the ground. I'm not sure what he went for.
We have full
super on deck
resources
still for
versus
Val.
absolutely nothing for Bolt Strike. This is really rough. That's going to be a kill if things
that's
work
gonna
out
be a kill.
properly.
Might not even need to spend 3 sticks.
Oh, there's the drop.
No.
That's really rough. They might want to just hang back and chill. The Sky High unblockable.
Oh no, and he's dead for it.
That's crazy. You've got to spend that. You see that spin? They were in the air for hours. That's such an unfortunate round loss for Val because they really had that whole game on lock and they just didn't close out their combo. That's super rough business. So then lose to a Sky High Claw from full screen as well. That's rough.
It is very rough.
Might be the most Vega thing I've seen all day. Well, honestly, Valmaster's anti-airs, or air-to-airs I should say, have been so crispy in this matchup. That jump medium punch has been doing so much work for them. Again, another just raw.
Oh, nice confirm.
So far away, just catching them out and he gives so much reward.
Oh, good stuff there from Val, perfectly spaced.
Yeah,
Full meter on deck here for Val.
They are looking a little bit rough on their health right now, but ooh, they almost got a massive pickup on the return orb there.
Oh, the stare down. The patient stare down.
You can't chip him out with this in 30 seconds, I'll say you that much.
Great stuff there from Bolt Strike, great awareness. Does put himself 4-3 up.
Yep, looking real nice. Only one game left before he is crowned.
Man, Vegas pants are so tight.
They are real, I was thinking that.
I am looking respectfully at his pants, don't worry. Respectfully.
Oh my god.
Fight.
This is,
Very respectfully. Also, I'm looking very respectfully at Manat, don't worry.
oh, for sure,
Very
sure.
respectfully.
It's very...
So, Bolt Strike's slow. Okay, go ahead.
It's, don't worry about it.
Air to air there from Val, good stuff. Starts to get a bit of pressure going. Not much though, of course, mid-screen Manat's pressure isn't fantastic. Needs to get knocked down to make anything worthwhile. Why?
It'd be that way sometimes, it'd be that way. Ooh, gets that giant +3 crouching heavy punch. Does Bolt Strike. This is looking real rough for Val. They are super close to this stun.
Of course, characters like Manat are so easy to safe jump because there's nothing to be safe against, right? There's no EXDP. You can kind of neutral jump and wake up a lot of the time as long as you have the frame data to accommodate it.
There's nothing they can really do to exert any kind of pressure. You kind of get to have your way a little bit with the matchup in those little niche situations, but they can honestly turn the tide so fast. Like if you get a counter hit jump in and something crazy like that, the damage is just obscene.
Yes. Okay, no confirm from Bolt Strike. Maybe had the V-trigger ready but didn't get it out. Tried to anti-air with the V-trigger but got woof,
Yeah.
didn't work.
Getting that rose stuffed is a really rough draw because that thing is super good, but right now Bolt is very much looking for this timeout. And
Yes,
looking
he
like
is.
it's a little bit rough if there's going to be any way of finding a way through. We've got to find a crack in this defense right now. Yeah, that just
Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Bolstrike able to just jump off the wall and time it out, putting himself on set point, king point, looking to retake the throne, having sat in it for 8 weeks. So long his ass got glued to it and we had to kick him off it. Get out of here, Bolstrike. 8 weeks is too much. Looking to take that throne back. Start working on his stain.
Jesus. We have... Yeah, it's a fixed term situation. Oh, blocks that slide. This is a really good opportunity for some good damage.
Crush counter, nice stuff from Val.
This stun is not going away. This block there has been stuck in block stun for a good minute. And just now starting to subside. They've got to call that orb back.
Okay, just slide. Has the V trigger activation ready to back it up if needed. Oh. Oh, will this stun? I think it might. No!
And the isn't a drop to close things out. That is
lovely finish in the end from Bolstrike with some tricky stuff.
absolutely beautiful stuff. It's so rare to see the non-EX isn't a drop. It's not a common sight for the air follow-up, I should say, version of it. But no, you always keep the fancy stuff until the last second. That's what we always say.
Of course, or the stupid stuff.
Yeah, we saw that super early with the Cami set early on, where we saw that the sneakiest cross-up in human history, and we see the whole tournament closing out in the same fashion, where you got to bring out the wonky stuff at the last second.
Yes, indeed. So, of course, Bolstrike will now be our king, earning himself 10 dollary dues. I mean, you know, 2 pints. It's enough. Just have to do something, right? Shoutouts to Val, obviously getting all the way to Grand Finals. Hopefully catch both of you guys and everybody else who entered and watched today on Sunday. Don't forget as well, you guys have already blown those Matcherino codes out of the water. There are none left, but you can still, of course, go to the Matcherino link to click and donate and support us. All the money goes towards the prize pool. Really doesn't pay me. Really does the opposite of pay me. He fires me and shouts at me. So don't worry, guys. All that money is going to the prize pool. Hope you had a good day. I've been AceOfSpuds. Say goodbye to the people, Jasper.
Absolutely. It's been a lovely time being here as a guest commentator. An absolutely fantastic tournament. I just hope everyone has enjoyed it just as much as we've been.
Absolute pleasure to have you. Hopefully we have you again.
Gotta hope.
You haven't been fired too hard by this.
Yeah, only the one.
Alright guys, that is going to be us for tonight, but make sure to tune in for Sunday for the continuation of Season 9 of Saltmine League. Thank you. Good night.